pump the throttle a few times, cross my fingers. Oh, so good. We're in plow business. When I was growing up, my family lived out of town. We had a long driveway, and all we had was a little walk-behind snowblower. Having my own plow truck now is sure amazing. It's so easy to clear the driveway and all the parking areas at our house. And this newer truck, newer as in 85, is super easy to drive. It's an automatic transmission, runs really good, has a lot of momentum for pushing snow with all its weight, and the plow works really nice. Honestly, it's pretty easy, and I was a little bit intimidated when I first got a plow truck about 4 years ago, but found it's, you can get it done. Just drive that truck, drop the plow. So I've really enjoyed it, and great feeling of independence being able to clear your own road. Okay, just finished plowing my driveway and parking area, and I gotta say, as an adult, there's a couple things that I really love in life. Chainsaws and having my own plow truck. It's like boyhood dreams that are just satisfying every time I use them. So obviously it's a pretty basic old truck. This is the plow controls here. Show you what they're all about. There's this drops the plow down, clunk, and it activates a servo. As long as that switch is down, you're draining your battery, so got to switch that one back up on this particular plow. And then this raises the plow. Drop. So when I'm plowing, it's in drop mode, and then once it's when I'm sitting, leaving it still, just put it in the middle, and that's the hydraulic cylinders are closed, or the valves are closed, nothing's moving. This turns the plow, angles it left and right, pretty basic there. And then these are for the lights, the plow lights or the regular truck lights. So none of the lights on this truck work very good. That's one thing that I wish I had better lights, but it does the job, and just more interested in doing other things than fixing the lights. So I'll show you what's inside. For those of you that have never been around a snowplow, I thought this might be kind of interesting. Basically, down in here, here's the motor for the snowplow. Basically like a little starter motor that runs a little hydraulic pump. It's got little servos that switch where the fluid is going, and this one leaks quite a bit of oil, so it's kind of a mess, but it's one of those things. It's just not really worth fixing it. As long as the fluid is not topped up, it does okay. So that's the control unit. It's powered by the battery. This truck just has one battery in it. I had another plow truck that had 2 batteries in it, which is nice, but the honest truth is I pretty much only run out of battery when I leave that plow raise or drop switch in the drop mode. Kills my battery overnight. So now I just have 1 battery to charge back up instead of 2. So there's that, and then down here, pull this out. Basically, here's the hydraulic ram that lifts the plow. It's just hooked on a chain, and obviously the frame, which has the plow lights on it. And so raise and lower is just this single ram. And then down here you can see you've got the 2 rams for the tilt of the blade side to side, which is very nice. And the whole thing is just attached to the truck via these big pins. So it's pretty easy to take on and off, although it's quite heavy. and it tends to get frozen to the ground. So I generally just try and leave it on in the winter, and that's what's nice about having an old plow truck. I don't have a lot of money tied up in this truck, and I just leave the plow on it all year round, and I also leave the chains on it. Or I don't leave the plow on it all year round, but all winter. I leave the chains on it pretty much all winter too, so that is nice. Around here we get a lot of ice typically, and so having the chains on is really good, especially on the front for steering. This particular plow has these wings on it, which are pretty nice. It holds more snow in the blade. If I'm pushing down the driveway or in a parking area, have less snow spilling out the side, which my old plow did not have. So, how about this old truck? A couple of things I wanted to point out about it. Why I love it as a plow truck so much is, as much as I love a diesel engine, a gas engine and a plow truck is pretty nice. It starts up easy in the cold, doesn't take long to warm up, and has enough power for this job, plenty. And this truck also has a welder on this truck at one time and put a steel bed on it, and it's very heavy. I have this little dump box on it, which we can talk about another day, but it comes off and on easy. I usually take it off in the winter because then I get better visibility out the back window, which is really sweet, not having a regular bed and having a short flat bed. It's just an 8-foot bed on here, and with no dump box in there, I have super good visibility out the back, which is nice because you do a lot of backing up when you're plowing snow. So I think that's a pretty good introduction to plowing. Super enjoyable. I'd say if you live in a place with a lot of snow and nobody in your neighborhood has a plow, you should buy an old plow truck and plow your driveway and plow your neighbor's driveways. Super fun and really valuable for people. And that's all for now. Have a good day. I'll enjoy this beautiful snowy day in Homer, Alaska.